What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? I'm gonna be honest, man. It is hotter than 100 hamburgers. I'm gonna do it like this. It's hotter than 100 hamburgers in the Philippines, man, and I'm trying my best to stay cool. I don't want to turn the AC off, and I know that it's loud, so if I talk loud into the microphone, y'all can hear me. I can turn the mic down and actually get real loud so y'all can hear me. But check it out, man. Mace reveals why Shannon Sharpe is going to prison. More victims come forward. Jesus, Shannon, are you down with Puffy? Are you down with Puffy? Who the hell? Shannon Sharpe. Oh my God, boy. Damn, Shannon, it's 4 more days before the Puffy trial start, and you want to jump out there. Cat Williams tried to explain to you, man, how in the world you got so, man, hey, Shannon got so many different lawsuits out on him, not lawsuits, but he got stuff on him, man. Oh, what you want to call it? Lawsuit, not lawsuits, but he had claims on him years ago, man. One dude tweeted a long time ago that he had over 15 different claims on him. So, man, hey, let's get into this. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy out. I apologize for the wind sound and all that stuff, but it's hotter than 100 hamburgers, and we still in the Philippines, baby. So let's check it.
They get turned criminal really fast. They're just using a civil suit to knock down a lot of your money. I'm seeing this happen with a lot of rappers, a lot of athletes, and people are not paying attention to that.
Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of his tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine.
See, you can't say stuff like that, man. Oh, you can't. When people use the race card too fast, Tony Busby is targeting black men. If he is, so what? You don't have a squeaky clean record your damn self, man. Mr. Muscle Man. You was cool with the Cat Williams thing, and then you interviewed Monique and you interviewed Steve Harvey. You was cool with all that. But then when I found out that you was dating some type of 19-year-old, you're trying to go back and grab something that you missed. Like when you was in high school, you didn't get invited to the prom. You didn't have a prom date or something, because you was a muscle-bound, trying to make the football team type dude. You ain't know how to talk to women. Something went wrong in your childhood life, man. This is what the problem is. Real talk. So now you're trying to make up for it and go back and get a 19-year-old, 20, 21, 22, whatever number y'all want to call the little girl. She's a little girl. I am 59. He is 56. We are grandparents. I don't have no kids, so my nephew got a little son. So I'm a grandnephew, grandnephew, whatever.
It looks like this Shannon.
Here we go, y'all. Here we go.
Release a 30-second clip of his tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine.
So it looks like this Shannon Sharpe situation is much more serious than we thought at first, because Mace recently joined the chat, and he seems to believe that Shannon is going straight to jail. According to Mace, this civil lawsuit is just an opening for them to drain Shannon's money, so he can't afford the best lawyers when the real trouble starts, the criminal case. And it looks like Mace might be onto something here, because more and more alleged victims are coming forward with new allegations against Shannon, and each one seems to be worse than the last. And guess what? This might make Shannon lose everything he has worked so hard for. No more deals with ESPN, no more podcasts, no more TV shows, and no more young men calling him UNC. So is Shannon really being set up? And where did all these new alleged victims come from? Let's talk about it.
You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be, don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the shit out of you when I see you.
Everyone has been dropping their 2 cents about this Shannon Sharpe situation, and while some people are on his side, others are against him. But if you ask Mace, the bigger problem here is not even this lawsuit. According to Mace, it's the bigger criminal one that could be brewing as we speak. When Mace was asked to drop his opinions about Shannon's case during a recent It Is What It Is podcast episode with Cameron, he didn't hold back. The first thing Mace asked was how come nobody advised Shannon that offering to pay his accuser $10 million was not a good look for him. Like, no matter how you spin it, offering to pay when you've been accused of S.A.ing someone makes you look guilty like crazy.
You know, this is what I'm getting at. And for him to offer $10 million says that there might be some truth to this, because I'm not offering nobody no $10 million if I know I didn't do anything. And I think the only reason that $10 million didn't work, Killer, I want to know how you feel about this. I think the $10 million didn't work because the pimp need his cut. You know, just allegedly. I'm not saying there is a pimp, right? Let me give you. It's just an idea. This is just an idea, right? So if there's a pimp, right? Why y'all keep laughing at?
But that's not all Mace said. He added a little spin to this story that sounded very funny at first, but it becomes a little scary when you really think about it. So according to Mace, the fact that Shannon's accuser decided to go to court even after he offered her that huge amount of money is suspicious.
Him right there. For real? Yeah, that for a lot of money. You know how guys be, and they pushed her on her. And then she said 10. He was like, 10 is my 10. You gotta put in your number for yourself. That don't have nothing to do with mine. 10 is mine. That's what we discussed. I'm just telling you.
For context, the accuser is identified as Jane Doe in the court documents, but internet detectives got to work and identified her as 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦, a 21-year-old OF model also known as Gabby. Now, the allegations are pretty serious. Gabby claimed that she and Shannon met at a Los Angeles gym when she was only 19 and Shannon was about 54. Shannon pursued her and eventually they got into a relationship. However, Gabby said the relationship wasn't some lovey-dovey type thing. Shannon allegedly controlled and manipulated her. He expected her to be at his service 24/7 and would keep tabs on her when she wasn't with him. But it gets worse. According to court documents, things got really bad when Shannon got caught up in that huge scandal last year after he accidentally went live on Instagram while sleeping with another woman. Gabby allegedly felt super embarrassed and decided to break things off with Shannon, but he wouldn't let her go. Eventually, he convinced her to invite him over to talk the whole thing over. But when he got there, he allegedly became violent with her and S.A.'d her even as she was crying and begging him to stop. But that wasn't the last of it. In January 2025, he visited her house again, saying he wanted to give her some presents. But when he got there, he proceeded to S.A. her again and didn't even use a condom, even though she had asked him to multiple times. Also, he allegedly used her a-hole without her consent. After the incident, she allegedly sent him this text saying, "But I cried when you left because I begged you to put a condom on and not put it in my a-hole, and you didn't listen. I don't care what our history is. No means no." Shortly after the lawsuit was filed, Shannon's lawyer leaked some texts Gabby had sent him that were just super freaked out. "I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me." This was sent on October 7th, 2023. Then there's another text from January 1st, 2025, which must have been a few days before the second alleged incident happened. The text said, "I know you missed this big juicy behind. $25,000 for each cheek. $25,000 for a cheek?" You just know Shannon was letting that woman call him all sorts of slurs while they were getting freaky. I mean, check out these other texts. "Only if you put that baby gravy in me, then I can do whatever I want to me. I want to put my tongue in your hole and then marry you. That's my daddy. F, I want you to put a big black baby in me. You better crave it because you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me." I'm not sure what the plan was for Shannon's lawyer to release those texts because all it did was make Shannon look even worse. But believe it or not, things took an even wilder turn. Gabby's lawyer, Tony Busby, released some pretty incriminating audio recordings of Shannon threatening Gabby. In the first one, he says he's going to choke her out, and she doesn't have a choice in the matter.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. It is what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke the shit out of you when I see you.
I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
That was bad enough, but then the second audio dropped, and this one just basically confirmed that Shannon seemed to be very interested in putting his hands on Gabby. But what's interesting is that rumors are starting to go around that these clips were edited to make Shannon look bad, and that this case goes beyond whatever weird little relationship he had with Gabby. So that's why Mace thought it was weird that Gabby didn't accept the $10 million offer. I mean, let's be real. $10 million isn't a ridiculous amount of money to ask for, given the circumstances. These allegations are usually very difficult to prove, and in a civil case, it's easy to make the young OF model look like a money-hungry monster who wants to destroy a good and successful man for some change. So, Mace suggested that her walking away from the settlement was probably because there were other people influencing the case in the background who also needed to get their own cut of the settlement. He even said that all of this was happening because Shannon was set to receive a new $100 million deal for his podcasts. Although Mace said it jokingly, folks in the comments started wondering if Shannon was being set up.
We pray all of this is like a fallacy or some kind of hoax or something like this, because he was about to get a bunch of money. And you know, when you're about to get a bunch of money, people that hate on you just wait until you're about to get that money and rain on your parade. But we can't say that. And that's why I wanted to say it, to get Stats' opinion. I knew when I said that she was gonna go, yeah. No, you can't be on your way to 100 million. I keep telling Killer, right? And niggas picking these kind of girls. You can't do that. We talked about this with Ant-Man. We talked about this with several players. You just can't do that. You about to get 100 million. You can't throw it away for IG model. Is she an IG model?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. How does that work?
She got her separate account and she do her thing on there and people pay.
But that wasn't all. Mace added that Shannon has sadly fallen into a
Damn, Mace, you like me. So she got a what? How does that work? Watch this.
Several players. You just can't do that. You about to get 100 million. You can't throw it away for IG model. Is she an IG model?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. How does that work?
How does
she
that
got her
work?
separate account and she do her thing on there and people pay.
But that wasn't all. Mace added that Shannon has sadly fallen into a very well-known trap that men fall into when they start getting these accusations.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. Fans only. What? God dang.
According to Mace, this first lawsuit is just to get Shannon riled up and spend a lot of money before the real case starts. He hinted that Shannon might experience the same thing Diddy is currently experiencing. It starts with a civil lawsuit, then more civil lawsuits, and the next thing you know, you're being slammed with a federal case.
We also got to start paying attention, fellas, when they're telling you it's a civil suit. Don't feel like that's just a civil suit. If it's civil suit, but it's something criminal, it could turn criminal really fast. They're just using a civil suit to knock down a lot of your money. I'm seeing this happen with a lot of rappers, a lot of athletes, and people are not paying attention to that. Another way that people are just green to the streets, you know, that's just one entity trying to walk away some of your money, so that when they double back and say, well, this was you did this over here, because 9 times out of 10, if one girl say something, then somebody else gonna come say something, because they're like, people are getting paid, and people are getting paid for nothing. And I really got some issues, or they may really have a text or really have a message, and it's like, I don't know what to do or what to tell fellas now.
Now, of course, nobody forced these men to do what they've been accused of doing, so this is not some pity party. But if word on the street is anything to go by, then Shannon Sharpe's life is about to take a turn for the worst. And get this, these rumors have gone past social media walls and comment sections and are now playing out in real life. The Gabby lawsuit was bad enough, but Shannon has more to worry about now because all the skeletons in his closet are slowly coming to light. Y'all know how the internet is. Once internet detectives are locked in, they can give the CIA run for their money. When the lawsuit against Shannon started going viral, internet detectives started digging around in Shannon's past to see if there's anything there that could explain his alleged behavior in this lawsuit, and trust they found some crazy things. One of the things that came up was that Shannon had allegedly been previously accused of choking a woman while he worked as the co-host of FS1's Undisputed. According to an insider, Shannon was accused of choking a female production assistant in the workplace. One source said Sharpe and Fox settled with the accuser for several $100,000, and no lawsuit was filed. According to sources, Fox and Shannon's legal team worked hard to sweep the case under the rug, but not before it leaked to the internet. However, interestingly, if you look it up, you almost can't find anything about it. But you know you can't keep anything buried forever on the internet. And when Shannon's lawyers saw that this story of him allegedly choking a former colleague was gaining traction, they hopped on their damage control timing and released a statement. They said, there was no incident of choking involving Shannon on the FGS1 set. On one occasion, he and a few colleagues were involved in some light physical interaction in a playful context. Fox Sports later chose to resolve the matter privately. But, it didn't really add up, because what does light physical interaction in a playful context even mean? And why would that be the excuse for choking someone out? Oh, but it turns out that this isn't the only weird case Shannon has. Another case recently resurfaced, and this time, it was from his ex, Michelle Evans. Michelle first sued Shannon for defamation in 2023 after getting a restraining order against him. In the lawsuit, Michelle claimed that she and Shannon dated for nearly a decade, but the relationship ended in September 2010 when they got into an argument over her calling him out for cheating on her. Michelle claimed that during the argument, Shannon became violent and forced her to perform oral on him. Afterward, he forced her to the bed, where he allegedly SA'd her while saying he would make it so no other man would want her. Interestingly, this was the exact same line Gabby claimed he used on her in her lawsuit. Gabby claimed that in October 2024, when he came to her apartment after she had tried to break up with him, Shannon forced her to perform oral on him, saying, "You've disrespected me so much. I'm going to punish this a-hole. I'm going to make it so no man will want you again." Then he allegedly proceeded to SA her through her back door, and while he was doing it, he said, "Look at my arm. I've got chills. That's how good this is." The whole time, she was crying and sobbing uncontrollably. Anyway, according to Michelle, Shannon became extremely violent after the attack. He would allegedly threaten to ruin her if she talked about what had happened, and at some point, he started calling and threatening her repeatedly. He was also allegedly stalking her and would always remind her that he was watching her. This prompted her to get a restraining order against him. After this lawsuit resurfaced, Shannon's team released a statement blasting Michelle, saying she was only hopping on the Shannon hate train hoping to get some cash. They called her lawsuit old news, fanciful exaggerations, and blatant misrepresentation of facts. They added that the allegations are completely devoid of merit, and Shannon has done nothing wrong and intends to fight back against these malicious lies. He also denied the allegations Gabby made against him, calling it a shakedown.
This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about.
However, people are still talking, and it looks like Shannon is starting to realize how deep this thing goes, and that there's a very real possibility that he might be headed to jail. But do you guys think Shannon is going to be tried for any of this, or do you think it will blow over in a couple of weeks? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments below, and check right here for more stories like this.
Shannon, man, there's nowhere in the world, dude. Shannon, there's nowhere in the world you can be that stupid, man. There's nowhere in the world you can be that stupid. Real talk. Shannon, oh my God. I don't even know where to start, man. It's not like this is the first time you ever. Then you got they done knock something down that you done choke somebody where it wasn't no choking. It was something else. Come on, Shannon. Now you being locked up. I'm looking for information to see if he turned himself in, he's been locked up, or whatever the case may be. Man, it's just too much stuff. I'm trying to get through this, man. Hey, I'm gonna get on up out of here, man. I gotta do some more research. Give my thumbs up. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Hey, tell him Uncle Mike told you so. If my main man Mace gonna give it to you straight with no chases, man. He gonna give it to you straight, period. And Cat Williams, Monique, and everybody try to tell you, look, Don't get me wrong. If you're gonna date a 19-year-old or somebody that's under 25, you're gonna date somebody that young, you better have something. And you're a millionaire, you're 56, you better have a lot of things lined up. You better have a whole lot of prenups ready to sign, ready to be signed. I'm gonna get on up out of here. Y'all take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out, y'all.